Yesterday, we conducted an assessment in Hacker platform in the concept of classes and object in Java. So you might have seen three programming questions in the duration of 2 hours. Now we'll see the solution for the problems you might have seen in the previous assessment. So in the first question, you are asked to create a class and name as product. So while developing the code, ensure that you are creating a class as product and which should contain four attributes, and the attributes should be of private type. And while creating a class, ensure that you are not changing any of the types. Suppose if the given id is of integer long type, it should be of long type. You are not supposed to assign it as an integer or a string, right? So moreover, you should not change the name of the attribute. The attribute name is product name, it should be of product name, right? So likewise, you should not change the attributes uh, of a given class. Then you have to include appropriate getters and setter, and you have to include constructors, right? So this is the task for a given class as a product, right? We will see how to create it. So here I have created a code product. I have a class as a product, and I have an id with a long type, product name, supplier name, everything as of integer type, and price is an integer type, right? So here I have generated this code in Eclipse IDE. So now we'll see. So I'm going to generate it. So you have to generate constructors first, so that should take all the arguments. Then I'm going to generate getters and setters. So right, so this is the code we have generated for the product class, right? Now you have to create another class, product bo, right? So here you should not have any member variables, so you are not supposed to create it. And you have to include one public method, and method name is given here, and the argument is of object type, right? So inside this method, you should only print an element based on the sample output, right? That is a job given to you, right? So now we'll see how to create a product bo class, right? So in product bo class, we don't have any class members. We have one public method, display product details, argument is of product. Then based on the output format, we are going to print it. We are going to add a print statement. So product id is, then for fetching data from the product object, so we are using getter method. So getter method will simply fetch the values from the object. So product.getId will simply return the corresponding id value from the product object. Likewise, we are using all the getter methods to retrieve the values from the given object. So you have to make alignment for matching it with your sample output. Then you have to create another class which contains main method, and you have to test the above classes, right? So that is a task given to you. So I am creating one more class, test, and here I have to read the data from the user for the given object. So where I am using scanner class for reading data, and we have two long id and price as long, supplier name and product name as a variables, and the order of your input should match your sample output, right? So in sample input, first line should be of id, second line should be name, third line should be your, so third line it is your supplier name, then the fourth line is of your price. So you have to read four data on this order, right? So for doing that, I have used next method. So first I'm reading an integer, sorry, a long for an id attribute, then I'm reading product name, then I'm reading supplier name, finally I'm reading price. So based on the sample input order, I am reading input over here. So here I have used an empty next line. So why I have used over here is, so the next long method will only read the long. After entering long, we will use the enter key, right? So enter key will create an empty string, empty line. So this method will read an empty line. After that, you are reading your actual input, right? So whenever you try to read an input using scanner, suppose if you are reading data, reading a string after integer or after any numeric value, then you may need to use an empty next line method, right? So here we are creating object for the given class, then we are creating object for the product BO, and we are simply invoking it, right? Okay, you should have created your solution similar to this, right? Suppose if you have done something else in the coming test, ensure that you are following this kind of order, right? So this is for your first problem, and for the, so we'll try to run the code, right? So here I have taken a sample input. So I'm going to run the file. I'm going to run the test file, and I'm passing 4 inputs. So this should be your output. So you should have got an output like that, right? So this is for problem number 1, and I will come back to problem number 2. So in problem 2, the same product class continues. So you can reuse the same code in this solution also. You have to create appropriate getters and setter. So here for the second question, I have created a product class with the 4 private members and a parameterized constructor with the getters and setters. And you have to create a product BO class. Inside that class, you should have a method display all product. So I found that certain students, you have modified the method name, but you should not do that. And the argument should be of array type. So it should be of array of your product objects, and the second argument is going to be the number of objects are there in the memory. And the logic of display product detail, you are going to simply display all the product details, and the format is given over here. So you can use the same line of statement for printing a set of product details in your given code. You can use this code snippet, right? Now we'll look at the code of product BO for this question. So for product BO, so you have an array of objects, right? And so inside the array, you will have objects of a product class, right? So I'm setting up a for loop for iterating it, and so in product of list of I, so which means that, so I starts with a 0. So product list of 0 in the sense the first element of the product array. The first element of the product array, once again it is going to be an object, right? So object dot get id will simply returns the corresponding id. So in all the array index, you will be having product object, and you are invoking corresponding getter methods. So getter methods will simply returns you the actual value of the attribute, right? So likewise, we have used the format method to print it in our particular format, right? So in the main class, I'm creating an object for the product BO class, so that I can invoke display all product details method. And for the given method, you need 2 arguments. First one is a array of product list, and the second one is a number of elements, right? So here inside the main, you are going to read data from your user. So initially you don't have any idea about how many objects you are going to create. So instead creating array, I'm going to create array list so that you can add as much objects you want. So I'm creating array list of product, and here I'm going to read a data from keyboard with the help of a scanner. So here I have declared 4 local variables and 1 for option, right? So in this code, the first 4 line contains your actual input. 5th line should be of string, either yes or no. If it is yes, you have to read one more data and you have to create another object, right? So for the given case, if it is yes, you have to repeat the step. If it is no, you have to terminate your code, right? So for that, I am setting up an while loop, that is an infinite for while loop. And first I'm reading an ID, then I'm reading product name, then supplier name, then price. Finally I'm reading an option. If it is yes, I have to repeat that. If it is no, I have to exit from the loop, right? So here we are creating an object for the product, and I'm putting that into an array list. So for adding elements into array list, you can use list.add. So we are adding everything into array list. So this loop continues unless you type no in your console, right? So if it is no, we are simply breaking the loop, right? And this is a statement for converting your array list into an actual array, because the argument is of array. So you should convert your array list of product object into array of product object. So for converting array list into array, I have used method toArray, and the argument should be of an empty array. So this toArray method will convert the entire array list into an array, and the array gets stored in the reference variable p. So in this line, we are trying to convert array list of elements into array of elements, right? So here new product, so here product is which is going to be the type. Suppose if you are using you need a type of product, so we are putting it as a product. Suppose if you need some other type, you can use the corresponding type also. So the argument is empty array, so which makes the toArray method to create another array, to create an array to store all the elements of your given array list. Now we are going to invoke display all product details. So we are passing 2 arguments. So p is an array, then p dot length returns the size of the array, right? Now we'll look at how it runs. So this is your second test case. This is your test case for the HackerEarth problem. So I'm going to run the file, right? So you should have got output like that, right? So this is your problem number 2. Now we'll discuss about the last problem. So in the last problem, you are asked to create a customer class with 4 attributes, right? So you have to create a class customer with 4 attributes. Then you can attach getters and setter. If you want, you can attach constructors also. Then after that, you have to create a main class. So in the main class, you have to create object for the customer class, and you have to assign all the attributes for the given attributes, and you can print everything based on your output format, right? Now we'll look at the code. So I have a customer class. So here I have created customers with 4 attributes and 1 parameter is constructor, and with the getters and setter. So I have created in this way. Then inside the test class, we are going to read a data from the keyboard with the help of a scanner, and we are creating object for the customer. So for getting object for the customer, you need 4 attributes, right? So I have used 4 next line methods. So each and every next line method will read data from the keyboard, and it will given as an argument to the constructor, so that it will create an object for the customer class, right? Then we are finally printing everything with the getter methods.